All right. Shalom, Yasharala. I'm going to start off by giving infinite honors to our Heavenly Father and our great King, Yahweh, your double honors to our elder apostles, elder bishops, a great millstone, and salutation to our fellow laborers in the Mashiach Yahweh, Shah, pushing his true across the four winds. Shalom to you, brother. All right. We live in the time of prophecy has been fulfilled, and that's what we're going to come out with prophecy, man. Like the brother was said before we got in, the economic system is crashing. Another prophecy that's fulfilled. The truth is going forth. Everybody knows their nationality, and the 2/3 they are wilding out worse than ever. I mean, inequity has reached its peak. All right, and it's going to reach another peak. It's going to peak again when Jacob's trouble is implemented. So, somebody give me Matthew 24 and start at verse 12.
I got you. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
And that's the time we're living in this society. All right. Iniquity is abounding and you can't trust no one. All right. If you break down on the side of the road, you don't want no help. All right. Somebody's coming on the side of the road and spoil you. All right. You go to your door, Amazon worker. You think it's Amazon coming to deliver a package. You open the door, they bum rushing in your house, trying to spoil you, take your goods. Okay? And not only is iniquity abounding in that area, when you look at the economy, iniquity is bound. The reason the banks are collapsing is because these corporate bankers, the rulers of this world, the rulers in dark places, they're manipulating the money system so people could lose everything. All right? So they could put, like the brother Taz always say, he sell houses for a living, and he said people can't buy houses because they are putting so much on property taxes. All right, all of that's by design. All right, that's iniquity and abounding. And what happens when men can't get their daily bread? What are men gonna do? They're gonna resort to animalistic behavior. These people gonna go to these banks, and they're not gonna be able to get their work, their nourishment, and what are they going to do? They're going to eventually uprise. You're going to eventually have an insurrection in this place, civil unrest, and it's all by design. That's what this devil wants, so he could bring in diabolical laws to govern the people. Bring it out, brother.
You want me to read verse 13?
Yeah.
But he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved.
And these are telltale signs that we're in the end. All right, that's a telltale sign when during the time of the Great Depression. All right, what happened? You had the what Jake was doing for money, playing the numbers game. All right, people are not gonna play the numbers game this time to and have soup kitchens this time to go through this Great Depression. People are gonna come in the streets and blood is gonna roll in the streets. All right, people are going to do what the lions on the Serengeti do. They're going to try to overtake the weak. They're going to spoil each other's houses, according to prophecy, man. Okay, and while iniquity is abounding, with the men of the Lord on the other side of that spectrum, men are waxing strong in the spirit. All right, brothers are enlightening their elect. All right, and brothers are getting prepared for all hell to break loose. All right, read the next verse, brother.
Verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
All right, the end is here. The gospel is preached from Australia to Antarctica, to Alaska. All right, all throughout the West Indian Islands, all over there in Europe. The gospel has been preached. Iniquity is abounding. The gospel has been preached. If you don't know you're at the end of time, at the end of an era, at the end of an age, you're not in reality. You're not occupied in prophecy. All right, this money system falling, these banks collapsing is all by design. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong in these turbulent times. Give me second Ezra 7:43.
I got a precept for you too.
All right, bring it out.
Kind of just to back up what you just said. As the times get worse out here, the true men of the Lord out there, they're waxing stronger in the spirit and are hastening for this collapse and this terror and this destruction to come, because we know that our salvation comes thereafter. This is wisdom.
I got a precept too.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 5. I'm going to just read verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors.
All right, and that's end time prophecy, man. Righteous men in other eras during the 1930s, 1920s, 1911. All right, they went on the forefront prophesying against this devil. They would end up hanging from trees. All right, this is the time from 1969 on back when Elder Vivens hit the scene in 1969 and 68 until now. Righteous men have been on the block with great boldness prophesying against this great red dragon. All right, and giving it to people whether they heal forbear, whether they like it or not, or whether they got to be found faithful unto death and get killed for the testimony of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. That's the end of time prophecy that has been fulfilled. You got more on that, brother?
Oh no, that was it.
You got one, Elder?
Yeah, that's the one you was talking about a couple of seconds ago. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 15. It says, "For the sword and their destruction draw nigh. One people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition amongst men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor prince. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power." That's the part you brought out earlier.
Right. When men go to the bank where they put all of their essence in, when you work, that's your essence, that's your riches to take care of your family. All right. When men go there and their everything they've labored by the sweat of their brow, their riches, what it takes for them to comfort their wife, comfort their children, put food on the table, that's not there. That's gonna make people say, fuck the kings and priests, the kings and the princes of that nation, the infrastructure. That's gonna make people come to the streets and not give a fuck. That's the only thing that will make a civilized man turn bloody. That's one of the few things that make civilized men go haywire. All right, when they can't take care of their children, when they can't protect their children, their families, and when they feel they're being manipulated. You put your money there, you trust in this bank to hold your money so you can do business and commerce, and you go there and they tell you ain't nothing. Hey, we lost it. Hey, we don't got it. All right? You have people in the society that's living from check to check. Everything that glitter ain't gold. And I'm not talking about on lower levels in the hood. You have middle-class people that got Benzes and BMWs in their garage. Yard is manicured, house is nice, and they're living from check to check. Real talk. Everything that glitter ain't gold. So this is gonna overstep class boundaries, man. And know this: when one bank fall, another bank gonna fall, because through the spirit, has been the elders of Great Millstone has taught us that it's just only one entity that's over all of these banks. The other ones are gonna fall too. And I seen Elder Tahar a couple years ago say he don't keep the bulk of his money in the bank. He keep enough money in the bank to do his business and commerce. All right. If nobody got a precept, give me that 2nd Ezra 7 and 43.
This is 2nd Ezra 7 and 43. It says, "But the day of doom shall be the end of this term."
All right. Now when a man go to the bank and everything he worked for gone, he's been robbed. Is that not a time of doom? And we talking about hundreds of thousands of men. That's gonna usher in some doomish days, some hellish days, when it start happening on a consistent when it happens on a consistent manner. Because that's just the beginning. Bring it out.
It says, "And the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past."
All right.
Cut off.
And the end of corruption, all right, the end of this devil's society is at an end when he tries to change the money system, because he's crashing these banks to do what? Bring in that, like the brother Darashi always say, the centerpiece of prophecy, to bring in that new currency, all right, which is the MOTB, the Koragma, okay, and that's going to be the end. And after that, our temptation is done when the Lord tests the men to see when you have to just only trust on him. You're totally disconnected from the grid, all right, and you are found faithful unto death. The kingdom of heaven and immortality awaits you. But that shows you through these scriptures, we're at the end. We're at the end of the end. We always say we're in the last days. Nah, we passed the last days. We're in the last seconds. We're in the final hour. We're in the final fucking hour. Because, hey, when you know Esau's layout, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. He has to do this with the banks. This has to happen for him to bring in this new currency. That's what happened in the 1920s, in the 1930s. They went to the banks, their money was gone. Keep reading, brother.
I got some.
All right.
Okay. It says, verse 44, intemperance is at an end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up.
All right, all the lies that has governed the earth has been covered in gross darkness. Now the Lord has sent out his prophets to be light bearers to the planet earth, to spread forth this truth. So all of this devil lies about history, our nationality, who we are, all right, it's at an end for that. All right. Then when you look at these peons in the society, hey, they're not even believing the shit the government pushes on them no more. They're not taking that shit. You have a lot of them asking questions. That's why America is a nation divided. And our great king taught us a kingdom divided cannot stand. All right? So that's how you know this is a downward spiral. In the 30s, 20s, I say all the way up to the 50s. One thing these Americans had in common was that they hated all of the Israelites. They still hate all the Israelites, but you have a lot of other nations standing with the Black Lives Matter movement and stuff. You know, you have a lot of these devils was against that LGBTQ shit. Now they divided on that. All right. That's a telltale sign this place is about to be destroyed. They're not united no more. They're not all together no more in different subject matters. Okay. And that's a good thing for us. All right, bring it out, brother.
Verse 45, it says, then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that had gotten a victory.
Yeah, now we're living in a time where the Lord is separating the men from the boys, the goats from the sheep, man. All right? The times that we're living in, you have to be locked in with this truth. You have to begin built on your most holy faith. All right? Or the Lord is going to let all of these calamities befall you, man. Like a man of the Lord. It hurts. All right. We still in the society. We still subject to payments. It hurts if you go to the bank and your money not there. A brother not putting all his faith in that. All right. His faith in Yahweh Shema Shah. The Lord is still going to comfort that brother. He's still going to take care of that brother. But guess what? If you're not on Yahweh Shema Shah's frequency and that keeps happening to you back to back to back, guess what happened? When he rolled out that fucking charagma, you're going to get that bitch. Because your faith wasn't on your heavenly Father and your great king. Your faith was in what you work by the hands of your brow. And if you're working by the hands of your brow, for you to survive in America, you're going to have to conform to these new agendas.
I got some.
All right, bring it out, brother.
Yeah, you spoke about the banks and how they gonna pretty much they're gonna institutionalize everybody by way of a charagma, like the brother said. All right, everybody gonna be on one vibration or one frequency. Because even during the Great Depression, it was an economic shock, which that was in 1929 or 39. But these are the three things that caused the Great Depression. It says the stock market crash of 1929, the collapse of world trade due to the Smoot-Hawley tariff, government policies, bank failures and panics, and the collapse of the money supply. Now, all these things are done in control of those that control the economy, which once you look at the debt clock, okay, they have led themselves in pit clay intentionally, man. All right, so they could what? They could cause the people they could shock the environment with a economical crash, and then what? Tell the people, okay, here you go, man. You see, but because a lot of our people labor to be rich. Real quick precept. This Proverbs 23:4. It says, labor not to be rich, cease from thine own wisdom. Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle towards heaven. You got it, Quab.
Yeah. And if you put all your heart and your riches and the things you work for, man, you're gonna lose it all anyway. Like the brother told me one day, you're trying to climb up an economic ladder that's collapsing. 2 Peter the 3rd chapter say the fashion of this world is gonna pass away. All right. So if you got your heart set on what you accumulate in Babylon, man, you out of line with the spirit, man. All right. And the Lord is gonna he's gonna bring all these sword judgments down on you. Somebody give me a Revelation 6 and 5.
Got a precept for you too.
I got it. You said Revelation 6 and 5?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
We can hear you now.
You said Revelation 6 and 5?
Yeah, I think he said Revelation 6 and 5.
I don't think it is.
Hey, what you said, I?
Can you
Y'all
hear us?
me?
Yeah, we can hear you now, bro.
We can hear you.
All right, I said Revelation chapter 6, verse 5.
Okay. I got it. This Revelation 6.
Hey, but look, y'all, the volume just got low. I put it on do not disturb. Can y'all hear me well?
Oh,
yeah, you're straight.
Brother.
All right, somebody give me Revelation chapter 6, verse 5.
Revelation 6, verse 5. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, "Come and see." And I beheld, and lo, a black horse.
Hey, I'm gonna have to come out and come back in because I can barely hear, bro. Salakia.
Just go ahead. I'll break it down. I'm wide. Read it again.
Revelation 6, verse 5. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, "Come and see." And I beheld, and lo, a black horse.
Mm-hmm.
And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand.
Right. Which we ultimately know. Football. Give me Hosea. I think it's maybe 7 and 12, or 12 and 7, where it said the balances of deceit is in his hand.
Yeah.
Read it again out, Baba Kashan.
Revelation 6 and 5. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, "Come and see." And I beheld, and lo, a black horse. And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand.
Right. Which is known for the oppression, man. All right. And this man is gonna do it, all right, by the way in which the way he gonna do it. Matter of fact, read it, Kabal.
Times Hosea 12 verse 7. He is a merchant. The balance of deceit are in his hand.
Yep.
He loveth to oppress.
There you go. Go ahead. You got it, Quad.
All right. Y'all had read that 6 and 5, huh?
Yeah, Con, I bought that out for it. Go ahead.
That's a good one. Bring it out, brother.
I'll read again.
You want verse 6 in that Revelation?
Hey, it should get verse 6 too.
Yeah, no, read verse 5 first.
We read 5.
Read it again.
Read it again for him.
Time. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, "Come and see." And I beheld, and lo, a black horse. And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand.
All right, and I already know the brother. If y'all read it, the brother told everybody that balance to go on the yokes. And when you read all of these horses, with the exception of the white horse, it's all about calamities coming to the planet Earth. All right, it's all about some type of atrocity coming. And when you understand this black horse, he's fucking up the money system. All right, this goes into the money system. Esau oppresses the people of the earth through this money system he's came up with the IMF, the EU, the way they got these laws in the earth about buy, selling, and trade. Look what the money system did to Haiti. Haiti is one of the only few countries of Israelites that really won a war in these modern times against Esau. And then how did Esau get them? They didn't let them trade. They didn't let them participate in the money system. All right, and they put yokes on them. Now look at them. Look at them. They're over there eating mud cakes to survive, man. Okay, And that's what this devil is about to do with that charagma, man. He's about to put more yokes on the people through the money system. Keep reading, brother.
Verse 6, and I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and
Yep.
three measures of barley for a penny. See thou hurt not the oil and the wine.
All right, now when it goes in that measure of wheat for a penny, all right, that's going into hyperinflation. Because when you go into that word penny, it's the word denarius, all right?
I got it.
When you go into that, you about to get it, brother?
Yeah, I got it for you.
All right, bring it up.
That word penny, as the brother was saying, it goes into denarius. In the Strong's is G1220 denarion. And when you read in the outline of biblical usage, it says a Roman silver coin in New Testament times. It took its name from it being equal to 10 asses, which was another currency usually made out of copper. A number after 217 BC increased to 16, about 3.898 grams or 0.1375 ounces. Now here's the main point. It was the principal silver coin of the Roman Empire. From the parable of the laborers in the vineyard, it would seem that a denarius was then the ordinary pay for a day's wages.
All right, and a day's wages for a man in these modern times, it'll go from, if you're getting paid decently, handsomely, $100 to $300 a day for a middle class person, All right, in the ancient world, a denarius for a Roman soldier had a decent life. All right, and he wouldn't take no day's pay and go get a measure of wheat or barley. All right, that's going into hyperinflation, where it says 10 asses equal 1 denarius. All right, to get that measure of wheat or that barley, it would probably in the ancient world take 2 or 3 asses to get a measure of wheat or barley, or less. So that's going into hyperinflation. This money system is going to hyperinflate. Whereas you could go to Walmart right now, a loaf of bread, about $2 and some change. The day is going to come where it's going to go up to $20 and some change, $30 and some change. All right, that's what's going to happen before Esau just totally crushes this money system, so he could implement another money system. Now, what does that do to the people of the earth? That puts them in a bind. That puts yokes on them. When you go to the hood and these dudes is robbing and killing, a lot of them is just doing it out of necessity. All right, a lot of these youngsters rob, kill, and steal out of necessity because they don't have resources at home. Now, what happens when that happens to the so-called civilized man, the so-called normal man? Guess what he gonna do? He gonna be acting just like them niggas in the fucking hood because of the yokes and the oppression that then came down on his ass. It's gonna get that bad. This guy that's been working in the plant 20 fucking years, getting paid $30 an hour, now overnight he don't have nothing. All right, he's been living on that high horse. His bank that he's been doing business with has gone bankrupt. All right, now the job he's working at, they can't pay nobody, so the job has gone bankrupt. Now, what's the difference? What's the difference between him and a youngster in the hood or somebody in the hood that's living in despair or don't have much? Soon he's gonna have to do something to do what? Feed his family. He's gonna resort to the same thing these youngsters are resorting to. That's how that civil unrest is gonna come, and that's how we're at the end of days, man. We're at the end of fucking days. That's how the fashion of this life is passing away. All right, because this devil is implementing his new money system. All right, and it's gonna bring hell to this motherfucker, man. Hey, give me Isaiah 19:2, brother.
I got a precept for you too.
God showing that Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against another. And they will fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
All right. If you go to a basketball game or a football game, and the Star Spangled Banner gets played, it don't matter what race you are, black, yellow, red, white, everybody stands up because everybody has an allegiance to that flag. They are brothers. That should say American shall fight against American. All right? But when you fuck a man money up, that's it. That's something going to make him have his eye evil towards his brother. Okay? You have a man's children starving to death, all right? That's going to make a man look over there at his neighbor who's barbecuing and want to go spoil him, because the love of many shall wax cold. He's not going to look at him as my neighbor anymore. All right? All of this is prophecies being fulfilled. Hey, son. Yeah. Hey, go call your mama. She keep blowing my fucking phone up. God damn. Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
God.
All right. Hey, give me the Revelation 16. Somebody stand a precept.
Con, I got one for you.
God.
Yeah, just do it. You want the Revelation first, or
and somebody hold Revelation 16 and 13.
You want me to get mine first, or you get the Revelation first?
Yeah, bring your precept out first. All right.
Kind of just to back up what you were saying. When people's money gets messed up with, they can't pay their bills or put food on the table for them or their children. You're going to see that animalistic nature come out, and as you were saying, they're going to be no different than these Israelites in the hood that they look down on as thugs and jack boys and all that, because they're going to be in the exact same position. Like they say, that saying, necessity is the mother of invention. And when you're in a situation of necessity, you're going to invent any way to get yourself out of a bad situation. And a lot of times that's going to involve, taking from other people, putting people to death. This is 2 Esdras chapter 15, verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
And that's the times we're living in, man. All right. Most people, they're locked in with their bank. They're locked in with their credit cards. Once those things are shut down, all right, you can't go get your basic resources, your basic necessities. So by all means necessary, the Lord gonna put a by all means necessary on the spirit on all of humanity. Whether you're a mild-mannered man or a vengeful man, but you got love for your neighbors, all right? When they can't get those basic necessities, they're going to spoil one another. Because guess what? They don't know what love is, all right? Love is keeping the commandments, and the commandments teach you how to love your brother, all right? To not envy your brother, all right? Not steal from your brother, not lie to your brother. The world don't have that type of love, okay? The world has their love has been taught by the precept of men, and it's called Mayweather love. Long as everything's going good, we love you. But what about when things go bad? Is that same love there? No. You're gonna see these Americans are gonna see that nobody loves them, not even their parents, because mothers are gonna kill children when they start starving to death, and they're gonna eat them. You're gonna have fathers that's been there with his family, and the stress is going to get so bad for him, he's going to abandon them. Okay? We live in this, and those are beautiful times for the prophets. These things must happen so we can get salvation. Who got that Revelation 16 and 13?
Yeah, I got a precept real fast.
All right.
This is Baruch 2 and 2. It says, to bring unto us great plagues, such as never happened in the whole heaven, as it came to pass in Jerusalem, according to the things that were written in the law of Moses, that a man should eat the flesh of his own son and the flesh of his own daughter.
And that has happened through the archives of history amongst the nation of Israel. When the Assyrians came in on us, our people resorted to cannibalism. When the ancient Babylonians came in on us and they besieged us in the city, the same thing happened. So what's going to happen when the Romans came in? The same thing happened. They besieged us. Our people resorted to cannibalism. It's just that it's going to be this time, in this last go round, when we're besieged by this great red dragon. Our people are gonna wild out worse than they ever wild out in all of those captivities, because all of those captivities, this one is all of them rolled up in one. All right. People are gonna have barbecues in the middle of the street with their loved ones, man. Okay. And they're gonna be doing it out of necessity because they're starving to death. All right. And that's the curse that was written aforetime written in Matthew, meaning in Deuteronomy 28, chapter the 52nd verse, man. That we were going to get besieged in our cities and resort to cannibalism. All right. When this devil put in these curfews, because when you look at, I think that was France, the people were uprising because of a curfew. When these people get these curfews, and then like Esau really start bringing down calamities, you get caught out after death, you're going to get out after curfew, you're going to get shot or you're going to get thrown in a dungeon. All right. And you besiege in your neighborhood. So you leave out your neighborhood, they're going to have checkpoints. All right. You're going to have military men at various checkpoints. All right. You're going to have military men at every exit to get on the interstate and off the interstate. All right. It's easy for the Army Corps engineers to lock down a fucking city where nobody can move. And then they're gonna have helicopters going overnight with the big ass lights and shit, and they really gonna have people locked in the houses. Nobody's gonna have food. People gonna be starving in them houses. And when that shit 3-4 weeks, it's not gonna take long. People gonna start killing each other and eating each other, man. And I know that if you're not in the know and you hear some shit like that, that's far out. That won't happen in a first world country like America. The Lord is about to turn this bitch out to a third world country overnight. These first world privileges you have is about to be over with. And they're going to taint all the water. You ain't going to be able to, they're going to want people to drink that fucking tap water, but they're going to put stuff in that tap water.
They're doing it now.
Point you can't do nothing. What you say, bro?
They tainting the water now with the trains. What you think that's about? They're going under the main artery of America, which is the Mississippi River. So that water goes to very different states, man. Not just from Louisiana to Minnesota. It's happening now. You know, with all the derailments that's going on in East Palestine. How you say it? East Palestine?
Yeah,
Ohio?
East Palestine.
Yeah. What you think that's about, man?
This double way of getting more control is about bringing chaotic events so he could implement more diabolical laws so he could get a squeeze on the people. He has a God complex. He wants to be like the Most High. For him to fulfill that enterprise, he has to try make people androids. He got to put that radio frequency identification technology in you. Revelation, the 13th chapter, man, the Charagma in you. All of these things that we're hearing and read about, that's him trying to become the Most High, all right, and Lord over the peoples of the earth, all right. Because look, the Most High is all knowing. He's omnipresent. Once he get that frequency in you, all right, he gonna know where you're at 24 hours out the day. He's gonna be able to hear what's going on in your house. All right, he's gonna be able to control if you live or die. You can just press a button and that motherfucking thing will make you explode or give you a dose of cyanide. He's really gonna think he's the Most High. But for him to get to that point where he has everybody ready to get it willingly, he's got to put a squeeze on the people, fuck up your money, hyperinflate things, take away your resources, take away your basic necessities. Make all chaos happen in society so you don't even feel protected. 911 broke, so people spoiling each other. He's not coming to the rescue. He needs that to happen. Okay? Somebody give me the Revelation 16 and 13.
And what's going to happen in society where with these gangs, they purposely letting inmates out of prison?
Yeah.
They don't have to where you average everyday people, you so-called law-abiding citizens, you're gonna beg for martial law. You're gonna cry out for martial law to happen, man. Right? And it's gonna happen that way. It's gonna go down. Right?
Yeah, I was looking at this doomsday prepper, and he was talking about people getting that thing up in them. All right, and he was like, this is what he's gonna do. He said people are gonna come to Walmart to get it willingly. He said what he's gonna do. He's gonna starve you out. He said he's gonna starve you out, put a choke chain on you with the water and the food, and he said people are gonna come to those Walmart facilities and beg to get the charagma so they can eat just for daily bread. That's it. Not for money, not for gold, for silver, for water and bread. All right? And if you don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shema shine on you, you're going to do it too. If you ever been hungry, being hungry, real pain, real hunger pain is a motherfucker. A lot of people in America, you look at the bums under the bridges, man, them dudes be fat. They go to these little places where they feed you twice a day. Morning and in the afternoon here in America, like down here in downtown Baton Rouge on Florida Street, they got St. Vincent de Paul. All the poor people go there and they get fed twice a day. So even the bums here really don't know what real hunger is. We talking about Somalian hunger, where your stomach, you so hungry your stomach get bloated. That's what's about to happen to these Americans. And when that happens, they go into them damn concentration camps and beg for the Quran.
He had a quote from that devil Henry Kissinger where he said, if you want to control a nation, you control the oil. But if you want to control the people, you control the food.
Control the food, right? And that's why all these things are happening by design. All these grain facilities getting burnt up. All these meat facilities getting burnt up. It's all by design.
All right, and what happens with, I want to say something too. What happens with supply chains, sometimes that disruption, all right, it's kind of like that movie brothers had originally showed me. I think it's called the one with the elevator
platform. And that's how Esau is doing the employment of those different grain facilities and with the animals. All right, if you're on floor, if it happened on a lower floor, on a lower level, you might not feel it way up there just yet because you eating, you feeling good.
Yeah.
As soon as those disruptions are gonna come, it's gonna be like a ripple effect, man. All right, it haven't met you now, but it's gonna meet. It's gonna meet a couple of months from now, a couple of days or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about that movie?
Yeah, but that's how the Esau's doing everything in society.
Yeah. And whatever floor, if you was on one of them, the higher floor you were, the less you got. Right. Yeah, I saw that movie. Right? Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Brother. When you burn up those grain facilities and you kill off all the cows and chickens, and it's making the chicken prices high, like that. You might and the bigger thing about it, you might not feel it real right now, but the real reason why that happens is going to happen. You're going to understand it months later from now. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Con.
Well, that's why that happened.
And it's gonna overtake the whole nation. The day gonna come when the only people that's gonna be well nourished is gonna be the elites, and that's it. And the people in between, America is a nation in between. For them to get their nourishment, they're gonna have to become a cyborg. You're gonna have to go get that technology put in you, or you're gonna be one of those doomsday preppers type, and the Lord not gonna be with you. All right, if you're not serving your high by Shema Shah, all those things you stockpiling and storing, first the government gonna come at you anyway, because they already passed the law, the legislation for people that stockpiling, trying to save rainwater. And if you stocking up rainwater, you wasting your time. That shit full of them chemtrails, man. You can't drink that shit, you know. But they passed legislation for those doomsday preppers that stockpiling resources and stuff. They're gonna deem you a terrorist. They're gonna say you're a terrorist. That's how diabolical the laws are gonna be around here, because you don't need the government for anything. And the Lord has got you stockpiling this stuff for His servants, man. Because a lot of those people stockpiling those things, they live in the city and they got somewhere out in the wilderness, what they call a bug out spot is. You ain't gonna make it to those bug out spots. A men of the Lord gonna bump into that stash. Straight up. All right, give me that revelation, brother.
You said 16 and 13, right?
Come.
It's Revelation 16 and 13. It says, and I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet.
Read verse 14.
For they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of that great day of Yahweh Almighty.
All right. No, those 3 unclean spirits are these 3 city states. All right. You got Washington, D.C., which represents the military. But I want to touch on London. All right. Over there in Europe. They control the money system. And what did it say? They are working miracles in the planet Earth. All right. The military, one miracle they did was called fire down from heaven. All right. When you look at the city state, the Vatican, what did they do? They got all of these philosophies in the planet Earth. All right. Got people believing all sorts of things. All that shit is birthed out of Catholicism. But the Lords of London, that miracle they're gonna do, they're the ones that's gonna have the earth bumping to one vibration. All right. They're gonna have the earth bumping to one vibration, and that is money. All right. And that's why they have to decapitate all of these banks. People got these loans. All right, like people how you gonna pay off your loan if all your money in your bank gone? You're gonna lose that house. You see, all that's by design, man. These corporate bankers, all right, they are the devil. They are spirits working miracles and deceiving people and putting yokes on people. Okay, all of that shit is by design. That's why, hey, bro, that is a real life calamity. If you're connected to the grid, you go to the bank and your money gone. You worked all week and your money is not there. All right? That's going to help him forward his enterprise. He needs the people to go crazy. He needs the people to turn into maniacs so he could bring forth more legislation. That fucking seducing spirit right there, that's what it's doing. Okay? Cause Yakinan, I know you got all the intel on that. Those corporate bankers, all of those banks, it don't matter if it's what's the bank, what is in your wallet, Capital One, or what's the other big one?
Chase,
Regions, whatever it is. When you go up the totem pole, there's only one family that own all those banks, man.
Hey, I just was looking at it. And one of you brothers like Amawad or Raya put in BlackRock. Put in BlackRock owns everything. BlackRock owns the world.
All right. BlackRock. That's the BlackRock group. And then you got the other one. It's another one. It's the BlackRock group.
Standard Oil.
I forgot the other one.
Standard Oil.
All those shareholders are Jews. All of the shareholders in BlackRock are Jews. That's who financed that juice. That's who controls these private prisons and everything. Okay, and they always put front men in front of them. The BlackRock group. You got it, brother. I wish you could put that on the big screen. And those are a bunch of Jewish shareholders, not one person owned. It's a bunch of billionaire, trillionaire Jewish shareholders. They run the world through that.
Yeah, Standard Oil definitely owns most of the majority of the companies, and it's owned by John Rockefeller, man. Yep. John D. Rockefeller.
All of those banks come up.
Americans.
And all those banks.
Let me see something if I can find it. I'm about to say all companies connected to this one company. But go ahead,
and BlackRock, they control the music industry too. All of the news outlets and everything like the brother showed. It's another one too. It's two of them.
Vanguard.
Huh?
Vanguard.
That's who it is. Vanguard, the Vanguard group. That's it. That's who I was looking for. The Vanguard. It's the BlackRock and the Vanguard. They one of the same though. All of them go up to them Jews. The Vanguard. That's who I was talking about, brother. You know, and they control everything. So just because if you're a smart man, if you got brains, all right, because men of the Lord, we have the spirit. But if you're in this society and you don't believe in the scriptures, you still got simpletons with common sense. Some people with common sense. If you see one bank collapse and that happens to that bank, you should know that that's going to eventually happen to your bank. You're supposed to be getting your shit out right now. It's going to happen to your bank. Everything happens with a domino effect, man. I didn't think it was about to happen so fast like that, though. We at the end. What's that? That one looking kind of small.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get it bigger. It's just showing the percentages of what Vanguard and BlackRock own, and them combined.
Yeah,
they own. BlackRock owns Apple, Microsoft, and they own Amazon, man.
And they own all the banks, right, Elder?
Right. And just like most of the other companies are owned by Standard Oil. Standard Oil owns all of the different gas stations, Walmart, Sam's, all that shit connect back to them, man. All roads lead to the 1948ers, man.
Yeah. And we're not. Hey, give me that. The 2 Corinthians 2:11, because the Lord defends his. And somebody give me Psalms 94. Let me make sure. I think it's 22.
I got the Corinthians.
Yeah. All right. Give me 2 Corinthians 2:11, and somebody give me Psalms 94 and 22. All right, because the Lord have his servants bringing out this information for men of the Lord to prepare themselves for these things, man. All right, because this devil will get to the point. The Lord say when he think he's full his enterprise, then he's gonna pour down destruction on his ass. So with you knowing that, he's gonna make things happen in the kingdom of men. He's gonna our Lord said if he didn't bring Michael back, no flesh would be saved. So all of these things he's trying to do, he's going to get real far. He's going to succeed in a lot of these things. Somebody bring that 2 Corinthians.
This 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, it says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
All right. And his devices is to deceive the peoples of the earth, all right? To bring order out of chaos. So he has to bring chaos to the planet Earth for him to do what? Give more power, man. All right? Us servants and the people that's listening to this truth and you got ears to hear and eyes to see, you got to be preparing yourself for these things. You got to listen to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and their fruit so you don't be ignorant of his devices. You don't look at these news channels and just believe it, whatever you see come on the news channels. All right? That's the way he deceives the people of the earth, man. Okay? We're not ignorant of this shit we're seeing, man. He's going to bring forth a calamity, and after he brings forth the calamity, guess what he's going to bring out of that calamity? A resolution. He's going to tell you, oh, well, we got this, and this is going to help fix this resolution. Like what he bought in that C-19, you know what I'm saying? And then out of that C-19, people are dying everywhere. The hospitals are full. And what came out of that? A tranquilizer to tranquilize everybody. So he bought the problem. It's something that it's a way you say it. When he bring the problem and then bring in a resolution.
Problem, reaction, solution.
That's it right there. I love my brother. That's what it is. Say it again, Raya.
God, it's called problem, which they create, the reaction which they get from the problem, and then the solution which they bring from the problem they created to get that reaction.
And you call that Satan's devices. And the Lord say, don't let him get advantage over you. If you fall for that shit, he will get advantage over you. And the next thing you know, you got his semen swimming in you, defiling your temple, killing you slowly. The next thing he done gave you that put that technology in you. Now you got a cancerous, grievous sore growing out of your body, man. Now you start mutating and shit from the radiation coming from that damn technology, man. Okay? So somebody got this Psalms 94 and 22?
Real quick, I have this.
Bring out your
too. What they've been doing since dropping the C19 on you people, all they've been doing too is putting that the medical, well, I can't say that the MD, all right, system, putting it on the server to making everything one, going back to the C19 in the Karagma. And also what they've been working on, the technology, which China has it now. China has everybody over there locked down in the grid, all right, with a social credit. And they've been working on with the cameras to identify you through your retina, your eyes, man. That's why they had you go out there to wear those different things on your face, the poo shiesty mask, all right, and the adult diapers, man. It's a reason why they're doing this, all right. And you people are right in the place, right now. There's nothing going on. We're free again. We can go back outside. People stupid, man.
He got advantage of it.
I want to say this though, but do you think those billionaires are doing it?
Hell no.
Do you think when Warren Buffett wants to go into the building, hey, you gotta put on your diaper? Hell no, man. They make one phone call, man. Give me what I want, man. Coming up in there with nothing. But meanwhile, you deadheads over here in the Americas, man, you believe anything the white coat say. You know? Go ahead.
Hey, they got mad at, what's his name got Trump got a superiority complex. That happened with him. He went somewhere and was like he wasn't putting on the mask, and then the media got on him. He won't wear a mask. And that lets you know he know the truth. He's like, I'm not putting that shit on. How the president is not gonna wear his, what does that tell all the people in the nation? But he know it's bullshit, That happened with him for real.
And he came out of character. He forgot he was the president, man. He had forgot.
Con. All right, give me that Psalms 94. Hey, bring out your precept, brother.
I got one too after that Psalms.
Con, me too.
Con, this real quick. This the word devices in 2 Corinthians 2:11 is noema, which says a mental perception and evil purpose. Plain. So Satan getting advantage of those that don't know to have the will of the Lord. It says we're not ignorant of his evil purpose. And it's obvious what his purpose is when you read the scriptures. The Lord gave us the skinny. You got it.
Right. And his greatest device is not his sword, his brute strength, is his manipulation. Well, what did the Lord say? He was the most subtle than all the beasts of the field. Is his cunningness, his craftiness, his smooth words. Bill Gates got on fucking camera in front of the whole world and say, we want to bring the population down. But he talked like a geek, and he all weak and shit. But when you listen to his words, they were diabolical. Yeah, we're gonna get this thing, and we're gonna bring down Earth's population. And he was sounding like a scientist and like he's harmless. But when you get a full scope of what he was saying, he was like, man, we want the population down to 500 million, motherfucker. We want billions of people to die. But how did he sound? He was like an angel of light.
He was saying it like this: if we do a really good job with these drinks, then we can really get this percentage, the P in the equation for pop down.
Yeah, and our people, when our people look at him, they look at him like this is a cool guy. He know what he's talking about, and they're beguiled and deceived, man. Because in our people's psyche, a person has to have white porcelain skin to be the all-out, be-all, whatever he says right. Oh, he's a scientist. You know, he's a scientist. He knows what he's talking about. He's the reason we have computers.
And it came out years ago. I'm about to say, and it came out years ago that this guy didn't come up with the platform and the technology of Microsoft. That guy was put there as a figurehead to run a company. Now he's buying up acres, massive acres of land throughout the U.S. and he's over the system to giving you the C-19. A guy that was dealing with computers for the last 2 decades, man. Come on, man.
Now he's putting
people are so goddamn dumb.
Now he's a general too.
And he's a general.
And he's
the military.
A brewer too. He putting them special hops in that Heineken now.
Yeah.
A front man. At the end of the day, he's just a front man. You know,
it's best now that really to deal with if you're gonna be a Jake that drink beer, it's best to deal with those small indie companies, them startup companies trying to get into the brewery business. You get up in there and start drinking some of that Heineken, some of that Rona, and all that shit, man. You're gonna have titties in no time, man. You're gonna have a C-19 in no time, man. So it's best to get your drink on a lower level, man. They taint the hops with estrogen. They taint the hops with the C-19, the jump shot. That's what they're putting in there, man. Right now. You know, you better get some shit that's imported exclusively and pay the price one time, then to buy that shit, man. You know, it's hitting it home, man. They already know you're nothing but a bunch of beer drinkers, which you don't know that all that shit do anything with bubbles like the citric acid. That shit tear up your stomach, man. Give you the big guts, give you titties, man. Yeah. As the brother said, that beer making you men moist, man. Niggas is screwed. Go ahead, brother.
But you say I better drink some Jamaican strip, huh?
What'd you say?
I say you better drink a Jamaican strip, huh? Some from outside America.
Yeah, some shit from Europe or some shit, man. Drinking this shit that's here. Oh, it's over with, man. It's over with, man.
Hey, Yakina.
What's up?
Hey, Yakina. It's making men take pictures where they lay on their stomach with their feet up.
Yeah, man. God, nigga, I'm gonna show you something. I was gonna put it in the WhatsApp.
Yeah, and Corona, you notice got Snoop Dogg as a fucking spokesperson now.
That puppet, he a puppet.
Yeah, a straight up puppet.
Yeah, got you niggas doing this, man. All from drinking beer. Got you niggas doing this right here, man.
Oh man.
Got y'all niggas doing here this and
Oh man.
Women picking you up, man.
Shit.
Niggas is screw out here, man. America,
we're laughing, but look, that's his agenda. We're not ignorant of things devices. That's his agenda to emasculate the Israelite man. That's what's going on. Talking about some toxic masculinity. So they don't want men to be men. That's what they're pushing. They put estrogen and shit. They're trying in these schools telling I went to school, my son had a fight, and the dude went from one side of the class to the other side. You know, we don't teach our children to fight a bit, behave like Neanderthals. But when the teacher told me what happened at the fight, I was like, oh no, you tripping. My son not in trouble. The dude got into it with him and walked from his side of the room to my son and hit my son while my son was sitting in the desk. And the lady told me what my son was supposed to do, and this is what they teach the kids to do. If somebody hits you, you just ball up and let them hit you and tell the teacher. Nah, that's emasculation. Ain't no man raising his son to do no shit like that, man. You know? And that's their agenda. To emasculate our sons and make them metrosexuals.
Yeah, go right there. That's just a little bit of it.
Damn. All right, and then you couple that. All right, now they putting a potion in you. All right, they putting the estrogen in great doses in you. Plus, you're raised by a woman, and she's taught you her philosophies, and you got her tempo.
Hey,
you got a real life mangina.
We had this black scientist. His name escaped me right now. I know his name. They threatened him and his family and them on killing them because he was getting ready to come out and say how the government had him putting some doses of whatever kind of chemicals in the water in different projects in the hoods throughout America, making Jake turn like this, man. And they did their researches with different frogs and animals, making them turn like that. If you know what I'm saying.
That's the agenda. That's why we need salvation. We got to get the fuck up out this bitch, man.
If I could say, a while back I had read an article going into a lot of them chemicals you brothers just was talking about was put in these cereals, right? These different foods that Jake specifically eat. Different shit like Kool-Aid and these, all these little candies that Jake be eating now and later and shit like that. A lot of that shit is in there. Targeting Jake's, man.
Turning them into pillow biters.
Come. Hey, give me Psalms 94 and 22, all right?
Con, I'm on it. In Psalms 94 and 22, it says, "But the Lord is my defense, and my power is my rock of my refuge."
All right. And all of these devices that Esau brings on our people, man, we need protection from that shit. And the protection you need is in your mind, because he's attacking your mind. He's not really attacking our people physically yet. He's going for your thought patterns, your cognitive function. And the Lord defends us by giving us his word, his spirit. Okay? That's how we're going to be stabilized when all this real hell, when all this real persecution comes up. But right now, you're supposed to be fortifying your mind with this word so you don't be beguiled by this magician's tricks. Okay? Because he's coming for our people in every which way. What the scriptures say, Satan is like a roaring lion going around seeking who he may devour. All right? And first and foremost, he want to come after the servants of the Lord. That's who he want to make fall. But, you got brothers coming in at a great number now. You got brothers inquiring of the Lord. So you got to come in and get this thing wise hot. You got to get it wise hot. That was the insider. But yeah, you got to get it wise here. But hey, we don't have much time. The doors of the spiritual ark is closing. And all of these things we're talking about, with the agenda, with the banking systems, with these tranquilizers, we can't say the word, with all of these diabolical diseases that they say is about to come upon the people. All right, you gotta have, man. Goddamn.
That's the guy that.
I saw that. I saw that shit. I remember seeing that.
Yeah, Tyrone Hayes. That's the guy.
Yeah,
Tyrone Hayes, man.
And they got
I remember seeing he had a little clip where he was talking about it.
Yeah. Going into it, they try to kill him. They try to kill him and his family, man.
And they'll do it. Whistleblowers in America got to do what that dude did and went to Russia. So he got to have his shit together. If he want to blow a whistle, he better blow that whistle from another country. Then you better pick the right country, because they'll come to the other country and get you. So Yahweh Shimon Shai is going to defend his elect men from these things, from these assaults from the devil. That's why he said you got to put on the helmet of salvation and the shield of faith, so you can block these fiery darts that this devil's throwing at you, man. He's coming at it. He's coming at our people full force like he never has. He got his ears pinned back. He got his great iron teeth out, and he's throwing the kitchen sink at our people. And the ones that he can't get mentally, when he puts his squeeze on them, if he can't get you when he shuts down the banking system, he can't get you with his philosophies in the schools, all right? All of his devices, Then that great red dragon is gonna come after the men of the Lord physically. All right, and that's the times we're living in.
That goes into the 3 phases of war, man. They come acting nicely first. Then in the second stage, they put a little pressure on you. Then the third stage, they just slaughter you, man. All right, they use the force of the sword to enforce what they want. All right, and they're gonna do it through these troops, the guillotine, and other ways to administrate pain to you, man. All right, in the worst way, they're gonna destroy you with all out prejudice, man.
And
terminate on sight. What you got?
They gave you a small example of that, not just of what you were saying, the 3 phases, but also how they're going to come with the charagma, with the juice. First, they were asking nicely with it and giving out a tons of benefits, free donuts, free joints, everything. And then what they say, oh, you don't want to drink, then you can't come here. You don't want to buy a 6-pack. You can't keep this job. They just didn't go to that last stage to where they were putting your head in the guillotine, which is going to come with this charagma.
Right, because they know what you people want, man. America is thrived on sex, money, and drugs. So you pick your poison, or what they're gonna do. It's gonna get so bad for the charagma. They're gonna be giving out free crack, probably, man. Free pills,
fentanyl,
right? Free fentanyl, whatever you want. Just come down here and get the charagma, man. The jump shot in you. And you people are gonna do what you always do. I just seen you down here, you bunch of fat asses, man, running out and getting donuts from Krispy Kreme and taking the big pokey, man. Right? You people are simple, you know. People are simple. It's not hard. It's not hard to get you at all, man. Then you got dumbass family member. Hey, man, you got your jump shot. Man, don't ask me that shit. Oh, you must have didn't get it. That's why you said shit like that. You know, nigga stupid, man. I got 5 of them. Nigga put the number 5 to you too. I got 5 of them. They feel good about themselves, man.
While they eating a bug protein sandwich.
Meanwhile, the nigga bladder getting weak, man. You can't even hold your bowels no more, man. He falling out and shit. You going half blind.
You need them rhinos.
Stupid, man. But you people gonna learn the hard way though, man. You're gonna learn the hard way when this devil really, comes out of his bag. You're gonna see them horns on this devil and them fangs. He's gonna bring all out hell to you, man. Right? Because we didn't told you. We didn't been out on the highways and byways for a long time now, man, including the apostles for a very long time. And like I say, those who the Lord wants to wake up, all right, and follow him, they're gonna do it. But the bulk of you, you're just gonna, like I say, we in this right now. I told another brother earlier today or something. Man, we in the last phase of the elect. Really, the elect is already sealed. We're in the last phase for the last wave of brothers coming out, getting in the camp, getting down, and like I said, this is it, man. This it. You can see it. The morale is going on the block. There's nobody listening no more, man. Nobody's inquiring, and everybody going back into that stupor. So, like I said, this has to be the end. See what you say? Okay. But you got it out.
Well, that's all I had, dog.
Well, you can shut it down then, brother. It's been about an hour and 8 minutes, man.
All right, nobody have any more precepts?
Anything, you can bring it out, whatever y'all got. If not, you can shut it down, bro.
All right, so with that, we're going to get infinite honor to our Heavenly Father and our great King, Yahweh. Give double honor to our teachers, the elder apostles, a great millstone, and salutation to our fellow laborers in the Mashiach, Yahweh Shah, pushing his truth across the 4 winds in this fine hour, making a calling elections and sure about bounding this labor love. Shalom to you, brothers.
Shabbat shalom.
Yeah, Shabbat shalom.